Grand Rising, beautiful soul family. I'm Coach Susie, and welcome to the Beyond Abuse podcast. So, I was just sitting up here thinking, like your child is a guide to a better way of living. I mean, really and truly, like when I think about, my children and when they were younger, like my son was trying to teach me, my son was trying to awaken me, to the truth. And we continue to, you know, convince him to believe like we believed. You know what I'm saying? Instead of allowing him to guide us to open our minds, you know, to change our way of thinking. And I didn't realize that, until it was just me and my daughter, And so, I say that because we need to really let our children be themselves. We really and truly do. The only thing, what I'm learning is that what our actions, our actions. See, you can talk to your kids all you want to. You can try to motivate your kids all you want to. You can try to convince them of something different or that they should do something a different way. But the greatest example that you will ever be is how you live it. So if you're preaching it, but you're not living it, then they're not going to follow it, are they? They're not going to follow that. They're going to rebel against that because it's contradictory, right? It's contradictory. So, and a lot of people don't understand this. They continuously want to try to tell people, but you got to really, you got to have the lifestyle. You got to live the lifestyle. It's as simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be transparent and open. And really, the only way to really accomplish that is by loving yourself. Because when you love yourself, you like, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I tell all my stuff, like, if some pictures end up coming out, yeah, it's me. Probably so. You know what I'm saying? You know, it probably is. So, like, like get so comfortable in you and in your past shame, things that used to shame you, because, yeah, people might try to come and use that against you. Let them. Let them. Right. Because they going to continue to talk about the old you because they don't have access to you now, you know? So, but I guarantee you people see the difference. People see the difference. I guarantee you that when people truly grow, you know what I'm saying? Like you can see the difference, especially like I'm not dealing with the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, you see, no, I'm not that weak little girl that you knew. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned to empower her and I learned to empower that masculine within me. I had posted a video. I had duetted a video on TikTok, and the man was basically saying like the reason why you experiencing the weak masculine showing up, the masculine who is not consistent, the masculine who is not really committed, you know, because it's a reflection of you. And that hurts, doesn't it? That hurts. And so when I posted it, people gonna get, when you triggering people because they get on there arguing. You know what I'm saying? They get on there arguing like they trying to argue their point. That's how you know that you triggered something. Because you'll never need to argue your point. And that's what I want y'all to learn. Like it's so important for us to self-reflect. It's so important for us to self-reflect. Because when we can self-reflect, we're not taking it out on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not taking it out on our children. We're not taking it out on anybody else because we realizing that everyone is really just a reflection of us. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is really just a reflection of us. So if we don't like something in somebody, change it in yourself. Change it within yourself. Now, with that being said, I want to issue this disclaimer. I do not support staying in abusive relationships. I do not support that at all. I do not support staying in relationships where there's just continuous infidelity. After one time, you know what I'm saying? Like, after one time, I think you should be done. Because I realize that people make mistakes, but I'm going to tell you now, infidelity is not a mistake. That's a choice that a person makes. Because even when you are tempted, when you truly love someone, even if y'all not on the best of terms, right? Even if y'all not on the best of terms, I'm talking about in relationship. If you love somebody and he went his separate way and y'all went y'all separate ways, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Put that love in somebody else if y'all never come back together. But if you're in a relationship and you're committed to your partner and you love your partner, and yes, we are all tempted. We all see other beautiful people. But when you look, and especially if you have a great relationship, I mean, a great relationship, not one that's a constant war. I'm talking about a for real healthy relationship. And a lot of people don't understand this, but healthy relationships are quite boring. They're quite boring because it's content, it's peaceful. It's not a lot of chaos. Do you have times where, y'all have discussions and you may not agree? Absolutely. But for the majority of the time, it's a fun and loving relationship. That's a healthy relationship because it's going to continue to trigger growth, but that's a healthy relationship, especially one where you can communicate with the other person, you know. Um, that's what I consider a healthy relationship, and you guys are actively working together, you know, not working against each other. And a lot of people don't realize that. So, um, yeah, a lot of people think that passion is drama. And no, you have to have your own passions. You know what I'm saying? Because a passionate person doesn't need the chaos. You know what I'm saying? Because that drama doesn't fuel them. They don't need that fuel. They only need to pursue their passions, the things that they're passionate about. So um and you know you realize that so two passionate people, you probably will you will definitely have some conflict, but it's gonna be, I don't know, it's like healthy conflict. It's not the yelling and the cussing, and it's being able to actually sit down and talk, what I'm saying, like two adults. you know um and I don't know if y'all know that, but like, the whole going off on each other, like you don't really need that in a healthy relationship. You're not going to want to put your significant other down or talk down to your significant other, you know what I'm saying? So um it's just more like healthy conflict, because you really do watch your words, like you become more self-aware, like it's just a different thing. Like you watch your words, like, let me take a minute, what I'm saying? Can I get a minute, And that's important too, for you guys to understand that during conflict, like I need to actually take a step back, and process everything. I'm a huge processor. I love to process. I don't want to just end up in that situation where, we are just sitting up there arguing with each other. Like, let's unpack this and see how we can, because it's not really us against each other. It's the problem. It's the issue. So when we can stop pointing the finger, and that's very important too. Like, a person's actions, if they make you feel a certain way, then it's important not to place blame and just say, I tend to feel this way when you display this action, like, healthy. And I'm talking about in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about, like, with somebody you are not in a relationship with, because if I choose to walk away from anything that I'm not in a relationship with, then that's my prerogative, and I don't owe anyone an explanation. I'm not going to sit up here and try to communicate with somebody that I'm not even in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't even established that. Like, I'm not about to do that. But if we are actually, like, in a relationship, like, um, and said that we're in a relationship, then yeah, absolutely. You know. Um, or trying to pursue a relationship with, yeah, I am going to say, hey, I'm noticing the energy starting to get a little funky. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? You know, like, you all right? You good? You know? And then if I ask if you good and you like, we good, and then the energy don't change, then yeah, I gotta go ahead and, because if you can't communicate, then we ain't got nothing no way, right? If you don't know how to communicate your feelings, then you emotionally unavailable. And I'm not trying to bring nobody's emotions out. You supposed to work on that before you even got with me. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to know how to communicate before you get with me. You know, and that's why I stay single, because a lot of men, they ain't went and did they healing work. You know what I'm saying? They haven't done their shadow work. They haven't released all that shame, that blame. They still blaming other people, you know. So no, because what's going to happen is my energy is going to trigger you to healing, and what's going to end up happening is you're probably going to end up hating me, because I don't deal with it. I don't deal with it. You know, you got to go. I'm not your healer. I'm not your healer, and I'm not taking on that responsibility anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that shit. And when I watched that Red Table talk about narcissistic abuse and how that's the ultimate manipulation, is somebody saying that they're in pain and you're like, oh yeah, let me, come on, come bury your pain inside of me. That is the ultimate manipulation. Wow. Wow. Man, I never saw it that way. I never saw it that way. So no, I'm not taking on any more. If you have not gone to, you know, man. And so yeah, I wanted to be the fixer. I wanted to be the fixer. That's why now it's just like, look, I'm nobody's fixer, okay? And I tell people that about this 30-day challenge, you know, like, I'm nobody's fixer, okay? I'm a guide. I am a guide to guide you along the way. I'm going to give you the tools and the resources that you need, and I'm going to be there for any questions, any moral support, but I am not a fixer. I am not a fixer. And it feels so good to have healed from that. No, I ain't trying to fix nobody. I can show you, I could give you, I just created a quote. I could give you the blueprints and the formulas, but you gotta, whatever resonates with you, you gotta take that, and whatever don't, you leave it. You know what I'm saying? So like, when we view everyone really as our guide, our children, our spouses, our friends, like, they're a guide. Some of us show us, you know, what we're supposed to heal within ourselves, you know. I mean, like, you know, it's when we start looking at people as we can learn from them instead of them being our competition, life changes. Life changes for you, because people are not our competition. We're in competition with ourselves. And that's the only person that you should ever be trying to compete with. People can inspire us, you know, they can guide us. We can learn from them. But so many people want to try to compete. And it's like, here's the thing. The more that you try to compete with somebody, the more unhappy you are. When you're trying to compete with other people, you live in a state of unhappiness. You're not in a state of joy, because when you're focused on yourself, your own creativity, and you go out and you support others, you live in a state of gratitude and joy. But when you're trying to be better than somebody, you won't be. You'll continuously be unhappy. And people wonder why they're unhappy. Because instead, and even with our partners, you know, like, and I know too, a lot of the reasons why I'm single, because men think that they got to keep up with me, you know, like somehow they got to be able to keep up with me. And no, you just need to recognize your own gifts and talents. You don't have to try to keep up with me, because I'm still going to be me. You got to keep up with yourself. You got to be committed to yourself, you know, but also know how to relax and chill, because I do. I do. And a lot of the times it feels like giving up, but then I don't. A lot of times it feels like giving up, and maybe it's just me giving up my need to have an out, for an outcome, or I don't really know what it is. I really cannot even explain it. But that is what, it's kind of like. So, um, yeah, that's what it is. But, um, yeah, so, just look at other people as like a guide, like stop stop trying to compete with other people and look at them as a guide, you know. And what can I learn from them? What can I learn from them to help me grow my journey? So we're gonna do daily guidance from your angels, and um, I do have a free ebook out. If anyone is interested, you can go to the website susiesettles.com. Subscribe to the monthly newsletter, and you'll get the code to download the free ebook. Ebook is available in a hard copy form. I do have those available on the website, and they are also on Amazon.com. And it is called From Victim to Victor: How to Live an Empowered Life Beyond Abuse. Go ahead and grab your free copy if you would like to. If you want a signed hard copy, it's on my website. Unsigned copies are on Amazon.com. But yeah, like, I can only teach this lifestyle, because a lot of people are not going to believe it. They're not going to believe it. And maybe that's because they're not willing to do the work, you know. But, on that Red Table Talk, it says that, like, you really do have to make it a lifestyle to change your negative personality behaviors. It has to become a lifestyle, you know. It really and truly does. And then you got to be honest with yourself as well. Do you see yourself in a relationship? You being relationship material. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm realizing that a lot about myself. You know, I did shit to myself. It might have just been best for me just to be single. You know, I mean, I know I'm able to commit. I know I am. But my thing now is, am I ready to share my space again? Am I ready to pick up after a man without saying anything? Am I ready to go through that whole dating stage? Because we got to date. I don't care. I don't care if I'd have known you a year. I don't care if I'd have known you 2 years. We're going to date. Because I need to see how you behave in social situations. If you get angry and frustrated easily, you might got an anger problem. If you treat people like shit in person, you might treat people like shit on a regular. If you self-abuse yourself, you're going to abuse me. I want to go to an escape room, see how you act under pressure. I want to do shit like that. Let's go paintballing. Let's do shit like that. Fuck dinner and a movie. Let's go have some fun. Let's go camping. See how you act in the woods. See how you act around your friends. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's go ahead. Spirit guides, guardian angels, divine God. What's the message today? Let's get some clarity. What do we need to hear for how to proceed in our lives? Or What's on the horizon? What's coming? It's coming for us. It's coming to us. Whatever the message is. If it resonates, let it stick. Let us carry it with us. And if it doesn't, let us leave it where it is. We're thankful and grateful for the message today. So be it and so it is. Amen. All right, let's get the message for today. See what we got. Go ahead and cut those in half. Okay. That one jumped out there. Ooh, wow. This is a good one. Listen. Ooh. Listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state. Ooh, without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Oh my goodness. So I have them receiving this message, and so I'm going to share it. Receive. This is what I've been hearing, and so this card is just perfect because Spirit has been speaking. Receive. This is your season to receive, to be receptive. You have been giving, giving, giving. And now it's just time for you to just sit back, listen, and receive. Receive, and don't say no. Accept everything that is coming in your life that is for your highest good. You will know when to say no. You will know when it does not feel right. But everything that's coming into your life right now, receive it with your whole heart. And this is what this says. You're taken care of. Listen, I'm going to read it over because I feel like I need to read this over. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen, listen. Oh my goodness, this is so. And you know what? I've been feeling like Spirit is telling me to just be silent now. Like all my videos are just my quotes and my free ebook, and then my so all I have is my podcast, and that's it, right? Because everything else is just really me, and like my dancing is just gonna be me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Spirit is telling me to get quiet, go silent, so I can listen. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but I definitely need to hear that. And so I'm not really even sure. Maybe I will not do any more lives right now. I mean, I got a few scheduled, but I need to just listen. I need to just listen, and I'm going to receive that card fully because, like I said, I've been just hearing this message for the past 2 days. This is your season to receive. This is your season to receive. So receive with your whole heart. And again, you will know when Spirit is pushing you to receive it, and you'll also know when Spirit is telling you to let it go. Okay? Because you will never have to force your blessings. Never. Your blessings don't need to be forced. Your blessings don't need to be convinced. You know, because they're your blessings. They're yours. They were designed for you. You are the one that's going to be able to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know this with your whole heart. So you received this card because the angels wish to get their messages through to you. They ask that you talk less and listen more. Didn't I just say that? Go silent. I said that. When we're stressed, we tend to chatter out of nervousness. Give your worries to the angels and trust that they've heard your prayers. If it seems they're not answering your prayers, it's probably because you're not listening to their answers. So retreat to a quiet place with the intention of listening to your angels. Then close your eyes, breathe deeply, and listen. Additional meanings for this card is avoid noisy environments. You've been hearing your angels correctly. Turn off the television or radio. Your hearing is becoming more sensitive because you've been tuning into the angels. Clear your ear chakras by visualizing light clearing the area above each eyebrow. So probably I think the third eye is what clears the ears too, because when you clear the third eye, which is in your forehead, you open up the spiritual eye, which closes the ears. So or which clears the ears, or yeah, clears the ears. So because then you can hear too, because remember, clairvoyance is being able to hear the angels and hear your spirit guides. And clear, or is it clairvoyance? That's no, clairaudient, my bad. Clairaudient is hearing, is being able to hear spirit guides. And then clairvoyance is your third eye, your intuition. So that's how, so they line up together. So then you can hear what you're seeing with your third eye. So, and you can communicate that to whomever needs to hear. So, that's all that I have for today. I thank you guys for being here, for listening. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy that you stumbled upon the YouTube page, the podcast. And I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you click the bell for notifications. But if you are listening to the podcast on Anchor, Apple, Breaker, Google, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, or Spotify, I invite you to become a listener supporter. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can make sure that you get the new content that is released daily. But when you become a listener supporter, just know that the love offerings are greatly appreciated and accepted. They allow me to continue to do what I love to do, and that's to share my life with you guys, really, because my life is my content. So, and I enjoy doing that. So, again, I told you guys earlier, if you subscribe to, if you enjoyed this topic or any other topics that I speak about, I always invite you guys to become a subscriber to my monthly self-care newsletter, because I always send out, every month I send out tips and tools on how you can love yourself a little bit more every single day. And when you subscribe, there is a free ebook, From Victim to Victor: How to Live an Empowered Life Beyond Abuse. That is a free ebook download when you subscribe, and you'll receive discounts, product giveaways, So when free ebooks come out, you guys get the email first, before the monthly newsletter, because I am planning on working on some more ebooks once I get all this other stuff that I have to get done. I'm going to sit down and work on another one. But you also get 25% off any of the poetry book bundle, and you get 15% off any product. So if you wanted to get a hard copy of that ebook, which is signed, you can go ahead and use your 15% off discount. You also will receive the link for the free community, which is 30 days to a healthier, more confident version of you challenge. It is ongoing every 30 days. So once you sign up to join and you are approved, you just get started at day one, video one. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them. I do tend to post regularly. I try to anyway. So you guys are more than welcome to comment, to like, whatever it is. I want you guys to interact as much as you can, even though I'm not live all the time in that group. Interact as much as I am, because you will get the most out of it that way. So, yeah, you can get the link for the 30-day challenge. And to subscribe to the email, again, it is SusieSuttles.com. And the mission of A Mother's Touch, Inc. is to provide co-parents and families with love, nurturing guidance, and tips on how to become a healthier, happier, more holistic version of themselves. I learned that abuse was passed down from generation to generation in my family and my children's father family. And the only way to stop passing down abuse is to pass down healing to our children by loving ourselves unconditionally beyond the abuse of our past. And I also created that organization to assist men and women financially who are leaving domestic violence relationships and struggling financially, because I desired to be the community and the organization I needed when I found myself struggling in every area of my life after leaving my 20-year unhealthy and abusive relationship with my children's father. So donations to our mission are greatly appreciated and accepted, and you can donate today um, at a motherstouchinc.org. If you or someone you know is in need of financial assistance, please fill out the form for financial assistance. I love y'all and I thank y'all for joining me today. But y'all know, before I let you go, I have to send a prayer of love out into the universe and cover y'all, because I really do appreciate y'all for being here. And let's go ahead and do that. So, dear universe, I love you. I'm so grateful and thankful for your love for me, and for you just always having my back. Like, I don't realize how much you truly are a part of my life, because I'm so focused on things I shouldn't be focused on, like the past. The past. I'm too focused on the past, and you show me every day that you have my back, that I really and truly am manifesting my life, but I just got to believe it. And um, so, with that being said, I want to cover everyone that is listening to this podcast. I cover them with a protection, a bubble of protection that's filled with love, that's filled with love and healing energy, so that they too can recognize their own innate power, so that we can stop comparing our lives and our beauty and our gifts and our talents with other people. And we can start appreciating and loving everything that we are. And when we can do that for ourselves, we love and recognize the talents and the gifts in other people. And we encourage them, we support them. There's never a need to compete with them or be envious of them. And so many people think that that's necessary, when everyone is really a guide, a teacher, someone that we get to learn from, if we change that perspective. Instead of saying, I don't like this person for this, I don't like this person for that, how about saying, I get to learn from this person? This is somebody I get to learn from. So I'm thankful and grateful for your love, for your support, for your guidance, for your teaching. And I'm listening. And I felt that I needed to just go quiet and just do those videos like that. So that is what I will be doing, other than my scheduled interviews. But I won't schedule anymore until you say, okay, now it's time to go back. So I'm thankful and grateful, though, for everything. And I want to listen so I can put things into place that where they need to go in the puzzle. So I'm thankful and grateful for every listener, supporter, every subscriber, every follower. I don't consider them, I consider them soul family members. So I consider y'all soul family members. I really don't like the word followers. If I could change that, it would definitely be soul family members, you know. Because I am a true believer. Yes, I do know that you have people who just want to follow you because they don't like your energy. But you also have those people that genuinely support you because of your energy. And I really do feel that those are my soul family members. So I'm thankful for every single one of them on every single platform. And I cover y'all with love, with the love. I love y'all. I really and truly do. So I'm sending that loving energy, that light to every single listener, every single subscriber, every single follower on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, friends on Facebook, followers on my Facebook page. I'm sending all of that. Everyone on Clubhouse that follows me, I'm sending all that loving energy out. All of my networking groups, I'm sending love and light, love and light, love and light. And it is a privilege and an honor to share that love and light with other people. I'm thankful and grateful. So, thankful and grateful for another day. So let's rock it out. Let's get her done. So be it and so it is. All right, y'all. I want y'all to go out. Have an awesome, amazing, and beautiful day today. From my heart to yours, as always. Namaste.
If you experienced rejection, abandonment, trauma, or abuse as a child, you may find it difficult to create a healthy, happy, and holistic life. You are not alone. I am Coach Susie, and I am a survivor of addiction and narcissistic domestic violence abuse. I was raised by a mother who experienced narcissistic personality disorder, and I experienced every type of abuse. I was rejected, abandoned, and traumatized before the age of 10. As I grew older, I attracted these same type of relationships into my life because this was my life. It was all I knew, and it was what I was accustomed to until I introduced myself to something different. In 2015, I left a 20-year unhealthy and abusive relationship with a man who struggles with narcissistic personality disorder. And I began a journey into loving myself unconditionally. It took me 5 years to accomplish living a happy, healthy, and holistic life, and that was primarily due to the lack of financial and educational resources for people like me who were severely traumatized as children and grew up in impoverished neighborhoods. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement was created from the mind of a traumatized child who struggled for years with self-doubt and low self-esteem. But I learned to love herself unconditionally beyond past abuse and thrive successfully in life with PTSD, bipolar disorder, and ADHD. I struggled to love myself unconditionally due to the mental and emotional abuse I received as a child. The voices of doubt, fear, and not good enough would constantly haunt me until I began to change my mind. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement is a community of people who desire to learn practical and effective ways to love themselves unconditionally beyond abuse. The Loving Yourself Unconditionally movement is not about chasing perfection and trying to be perfect. It's about learning to love yourself unconditionally in every area of your life, no matter what that looks like. It's about becoming the healthiest, happiest, and truest version of yourself, no matter what that looks like. If you are ready to learn how to love yourself unconditionally beyond abuse, pre-register today at SusieSuttles.com. Everyone has something to teach us. My question to you is, are you ready to learn?